Прямо так штурмують на Донецьку.
Russian commanders sent 2 infantrymen to storm Ukrainian positions in the Pokrovsk sector, one on crutches and the other unable to walk. Journalist Yuri Butusov posted a video of the incident on his Telegram channel. The footage shows one soldier leaning on a crutch while the other crawls on the ground. The crawling soldier appears to be unarmed, while the one on crutches carries an assault rifle on his back. The trick is that they all realize this is a one-way ticket, but they keep crawling as if under hypnosis to be slaughtered by drones, Butusov wrote. This is not the first such case. On January 18th, wounded Russian soldiers were seen using crutches while advancing near Novotroitske in the Donetsk region. They were detected and destroyed by Ukrainian drones. Over the past year, there have been repeated complaints from Russian soldiers that their commanders are forcing them to go into battle despite their injuries and exhaustion. Moreover, there have been cases where soldiers have been returned to the front line after receiving only primary medical care, ignoring doctors' conclusions about the need for further treatment. The case of about 50 soldiers of the 26th Regiment of the 47th Tank Division, in fact, the remnants of 3 companies, who were returned to the front line directly from the hospital instead of being sent for treatment, has gained particular resonance in Russian military groups. At the end of January, it became known that a camp for wounded and deserters who are being forcibly sent back to the front was organized in the Kemerovo region of the Russian Federation. This camp is being used to form a so-called penalty regiment, a unit of wounded and sick people who did not wait for a medical examination, escaped from service, or were transferred there after conflicts with the previous command. Ukrainian troops have advanced near Cherkasskaya Konopelka in the Kursk region. This is evidenced by a map of the fighting released by the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces on the morning of February 11th. The Ukrainian air assault forces also reported that they had recently taken new ground in the Kursk region and published a video. The February 8th map of combat operations of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the Kursk region of the Russian Federation showed that Ukrainian troops were in the village of Makhnovka and its surroundings east of Sudzha. The map of February 10th shows that the armed forces of Ukraine have advanced near Cherkasskaya Konopelka and are repelling Russian assaults there. Ukrainian forces' advance in the area probably took place earlier, but it was reported only after they gained a foothold there. On the morning of Tuesday, February 11th, the command of the airborne forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported that the soldiers of the 82nd Air Assault Brigade had recently carried out successful offensive actions in one of the directions of the Kursk region of the Russian Federation. The offensive was conducted in close cooperation with units of the support, combat, and logistics forces of the Ukrainian Defense Forces. As a result of the rapid and unexpected maneuver, new frontiers were occupied, and the tactical situation was significantly improved, the Ukrainian Air Assault Forces said. The video shows the setting up of a crossing at the site of the destroyed bridge, maneuvers of Ukrainian armored vehicles in snowy fields near forest belts, and the landing of Ukrainian paratroopers and their taking up new positions, as well as shelling by the Russians. The day before, Militarny reported that units of the 82nd Air Assault Brigade repelled a Russian assault near Cherkasskaya Konopelka in the Kursk region. This probably happened after the Ukrainian defenders had consolidated their positions on the new frontiers. The enemy engaged 2 infantry fighting vehicles with troops. However, Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance timely detected their movement across open terrain, allowing the defenders to prepare to repel the attack. French Mirage 2000-5 F-fighter jets performed well in countering Houthi Shahed drones during a patrol in Yemen, shooting down about 10 drones, according to Chief of Staff of the French Air Force, General Jérôme Bellinger. He also shared a video of one of the interceptions. I congratulate our combat crews who are involved in operations and have recently destroyed almost 10 drones, including in the Red Sea. The quality of our weapon systems and the experience of our crews have once again demonstrated their operational effectiveness, stated General Bellinger. He noted the effectiveness of Mirage 2000-5 and Rafale fighters against Shahed kamikaze drones. Ukrainian pilots will also have to fight with the Mirage 2000-5F received from France. The released video shows the cockpit view from a Shahed drone as it is shot down by a Mica air-to-air missile. According to OPEX 360 on March 9, 2024, the General Staff of the French Armed Forces announced that a French frigate and fighter jets involved in Operation ASPIDES had intercepted 4 kamikaze drones. They were launched from the territory of Yemen by Houthi rebels and were heading for the Alsace multi-purpose frigate. The unnamed fighter jets mentioned could only be Mirage 2000-5Fs from the 3/11 Corsica Fighter Squadron based in Djibouti. The first French Mirage 2000-5F multi-role fighters arrived in Ukraine on February 6, 2025. With Ukrainian pilots on board who have undergone several months of training in France, they will now participate in the defense of Ukrainian skies, said French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu. At the same time, the first group of pilots and aviation technicians completed training for this type of multi-role aircraft at the end of December 2024. According to RTL, Ukraine has requested a total of 12 Mirage 2000-005Fs to meet the immediate needs of the Ukrainian Air Force. However, this information has not been officially confirmed. Thus, according to avionslegendaires.net, France will provide Ukraine with 12 to 20 of these fighters as part of military assistance. Before arriving in Ukraine, Mirage 2000-5F fighters were modified to allow the use of weapons against ground targets. According to the South Korean Ministry of Defense, the North Korea has transferred about 200 long-range artillery units and additional troops to Russia. South Korean Yonhap news agency reported on that, citing a briefing for the country's Parliamentary Defense Committee. The Defense Ministry has estimated that North Korea has supplied about 11,000 soldiers, ballistic missiles, 200 long-range artillery pieces, and a significant amount of ammunition to support the Russian intervention. There is a possibility of further support with troops, weapons, and ammunition in the future, the Ministry of Defense stated. Currently, only North Korean long-range howitzers, M1989 Koksan, are known to have been delivered, and their transportation by Russian rail was first recorded last December. On January 7th, Militarny reported that these systems had arrived at the front. In the video of a Russian soldier, a Korean self-propelled artillery system is deployed in a camouflaged firing position. This artillery system uses a rather unique 170mm caliber, which, in combination with a long barrel, provides a long range. According to available data, the range of conventional shells from this self-propelled gun is up to 40 kilometers, while for active-reactive munitions, this figure is close to 60 kilometers. The probable rate of fire is 1 to 2 shots every 5 minutes. The South Korean ministry has stated that this year it expects the DPRK to double its development of sophisticated weapons, such as nuclear submarines, reconnaissance satellites, and solid-fuel intercontinental ballistic missiles. The main reason for this rapid development is the possibility of receiving technological assistance from Russia in exchange for military support. In particular, recently, the Japanese edition of NHK World Japan, citing sources familiar with Russian-North Korean relations, announced that Russia was helping to develop several types of drones. Later this year, on the basis of the transferred technologies, it is planned to deploy mass production of these drones in the DPRK. According to the newspaper, the agreement on the development of drones was Russia's response to the DPRK's deployment of a military contingent in the Kursk region and participation in battles against the Ukrainian Defense Forces.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.